What happens if you load creatine for 7 days? In 1 week, you can fill your muscles' phosphocreatine battery. Unlock extra reps, feel sturdier in your lifts, notice a fuller look in your muscles, and see measurable performance changes without changing anything else. This is not hype. It is the fastest way to saturate your muscle creatine stores, and it has been studied for decades. Today, you will get the exact 7-day loading plan. What happens inside your body day by day, how much water weight to expect, how to avoid stomach issues, who should and should not load, and what to do on day 8 so you keep the benefits without overdoing it. Here is the short version of the method so you know where we are going. Creatine loading means taking about 20 grams per day for 7 days, split into 4 small doses taken with food or a shake, followed by a maintenance dose of 3 to 5 grams daily. That 7-day front load fills your muscles fast. The maintenance dose keeps the tank topped off. Timing is flexible. Consistency is everything. Let's go inside your body and walk through the week. Day 1. You take your first small dose with a meal. Creatine monohydrate moves from your gut into your bloodstream, and then into your muscle cells with the help of sodium and insulin. Think of your muscle cells like rechargeable batteries. They already have some creatine, but they are not full. As fresh creatine arrives, your cells begin to pull in a bit more water to keep everything balanced. Most people feel nothing dramatic on day 1, which is normal. If your stomach is sensitive, mix creatine in warm water or a smoothie and split the daily total into 4 small servings. A micronized powder dissolves easier and sits better. Day 2 and day 3, your muscles are acting like sponges. Phosphocreatine levels rise. That matters because phosphocreatine is your fastest energy reserve when you need powerful effort in the next few seconds. That last rep on a heavy press, the first few strides of a sprint, a hard combination on the bag. With more phosphocreatine on tap, your body can recycle adenosine diphosphate back into adenosine triphosphate quickly, which delays fatigue during high-intensity work. This is when many people notice a tighter or fuller feel in their muscles and a small bump on the scale, often half a pound to 1.5 pounds. That uptick is water inside muscle cells, not fat, and it is a sign the loading is working. Day 4 and day 5, the battery is getting close to full. Repeated efforts feel steadier. You might squeeze 1 or 2 extra clean reps at the same weight, keep your sprint pace a bit longer, or feel stronger through the sticking point on a lift. The scale is often up 1 to 3 pounds compared to day 0, mostly intracellular water. Your muscles look rounder and more pumped even on rest days because cell hydration stays elevated. Inside the cell, that extra hydration also acts like a gentle growth signal over time. It is not new muscle in 5 days, but it is a friend to future growth. Day 6 and day 7, you are essentially saturated. Performance in short, intense efforts feels reliable across sets. You may notice faster recovery between sets, less perceived effort at your usual loads, and a clearer go signal when you cue a rep. If you take progress photos, you will likely see a subtle but visible fullness, especially in arms, shoulders, and quads. This is also when people ask, is the weight gain permanent? As long as you keep your creatine stores topped off, your muscles will hold a bit more water inside the cells. It is useful water that supports performance. If you stop creatine entirely, your muscle creatine levels drift back down over a few weeks, and scale weight returns to baseline. Now that you know the timeline, here is exactly how to load correctly for 7 days. Use plain creatine monohydrate. It is the most studied, most effective, and most cost-efficient form. Fancy versions do not outperform it in real outcomes. Choose a reputable brand that is third-party tested, such as NSF certified for sport, informed choice, or products made with Creapure. For the loading dose, aim for about 20 grams per day. If you want to be precise, use 0.3 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. Split that daily total into 4 equal servings spaced through the day, for example with breakfast, lunch, an afternoon snack or shake, and dinner. Mix each serving in water, juice, or a smoothie, and take it with food to reduce stomach discomfort and to help uptake. Warm liquids help it dissolve. Stir and let it sit a minute so the powder fully wets before you drink. Hydration matters more this week. Creatine draws water into muscle cells. Help your body by adding 2 extra glasses of water across your day beyond what you normally drink. Keep your urine a light yellow. Salt your meals to taste, especially if you sweat a lot or you train in heat. Good hydration and normal electrolytes reduce the chance of cramps and stomach complaints. Train normally during the week, but be smart. Loading is not a license to chase personal records on day 2. Keep your sets near 1 or 2 clean repetitions shy of failure. Lower each rep under control for 2 to 3 seconds. Lift with intent, and rest long enough to repeat performance. About 2 to 3 minutes after big compound lifts, about 1 to 2 minutes after smaller moves. If you lift 3 or 4 days per week, maintain that schedule. If you are new, keep it to 2 or 3 full body sessions this week. The goal is to let the new energy reserve express itself, not to bury your recovery. On day 8, switch to maintenance. Take 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate per day, every day, with or without training. Timing is flexible. Many people like to take it with a meal or after training because it is easy to remember and comfortable on the stomach. If you miss a day, do not double up. Just resume. Your creatine tank empties slowly, and consistency over weeks is what keeps it full. Let's talk about what will and will not change in a single week. You will not build pounds of new muscle tissue in 7 days. What you will likely see is a fuller look from increased cell hydration, a small and useful bump in body weight from water inside the muscle, more reps at the same loads, better repeat performance across sets, and a sense that recovery between sets is faster. Over the coming weeks, those extra reps and higher quality sets add up to more total work, and more total work with good recovery is what drives real muscle growth. There are real advantages to loading for 7 days, and there are also good reasons to skip loading and go straight to 3 to 5 grams per day. Loading gets you to full saturation fast, which is perfect if you want a quick performance boost or you are starting a new training block. If you prefer a slower, gentler approach or your stomach is sensitive, start with 3 to 5 grams per day without loading. You will reach the same saturation point in about 3 to 4 weeks, and you will get the same long-term benefits. The end point is the same. Loading simply gets you there quicker. Side effects and how to avoid them. The most common things people report during loading are a small-scale weight increase, a fuller feeling in the muscles, and occasionally mild stomach upset if they take large doses at once or on an empty stomach. Split your daily total into small doses with food, dissolve the powder fully, and drink enough water. If your stomach is sensitive, cut each serving size and add 1 more serving time, or switch to a micronized powder. Some people worry about cramps, dehydration, hair loss, or kidney harm. In healthy adults, research does not support those fears. Creatine can raise a blood test marker called creatinine, which sometimes confuses people, but that rise is not the same thing as kidney damage. If you have diagnosed kidney disease, significant liver disease, or you take diuretics or medications that affect the kidneys, talk to your clinician before using creatine. If you are in a weight class sport with a weigh-in, remember that 1 to 3 pounds of water weight during loading is common. Plan your loading week away from weigh-ins. What about mixing creatine with protein or caffeine? Creatine mixes well with protein shakes and carbohydrate meals. In fact, taking creatine with carbs and protein can slightly help uptake. Moderate coffee is fine for most people. Very high doses of caffeine combined with poor hydration can bother some stomachs. So if you feel off, reduce caffeine, drink more water, or separate your timing. Creatine does not need to be cycled on and off. You can take it daily for months and years if you are healthy. How do you know it is working? Track the simple stuff. Take a relaxed morning body weight measurement on day 0 and day 7. Take 2 progress photos in the same lighting. Log 1 or 2 main lifts across the week and note your top set reps and how close you were to failure. If you can do more reps at the same load with the same form and the same proximity to failure, the plan is working. If your muscles look a touch fuller and your weight is up a little, you are on track. If your stomach feels unsettled, adjust by splitting doses smaller, taking them with meals, or reducing the total for a day and resuming. If this helped you, save it, share it with a friend who is on the fence about creatine, and drop a comment with your age, training style, and whether you plan to load or go straight to maintenance. I will reply with a simple, personalized plan for your first week so you get the most from your next 7 days.